Hello everyone, and this is a cartoon discussion video on overplayed cartoons. And overplayed cartoons usually cartoons that have a lot of airings on the schedule, like more than usual. It's kind of like what SpongeBob and Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon kind of overplay SpongeBob, but there are some cartoons that overplay on Cartoon Network as well. Yeah, I want to start off with Robot Boy. This was a very overplayed cartoon back then, especially like during the later half of the Cartoon Network CD. This was kind of overplayed, especially around like 2006 or five at least. And this cartoon was very overplayed, especially during the afternoon times. Every time I come home from school, Wild Boy would just be on, and like it's a very like mediocre cartoon. That's what I meant to say. It's a very mediocre cartoon because I guess it wasn't really that inspiring because it's too similar to my life as a teenage robot. I guess it's Cartoon Network's answer to my life as a teenage robot. And the problem with Robot Boy, my personal problem with Robot Boy is Robot Boy himself because he doesn't speak English at all. At least not like actual correct English. I think it's more like in the third person, which kind of doesn't make any sense for robots. Especially since it's a robot, it's supposed to be programmed to learn English, but he speaks in the third person, which I never related to. And most of the show is mostly about Robot by himself and his owner, who kind of looks too much like Mac from Foster's. It looks too much like him with a square head and everything. I guess they're trying to capture the audience with Foster's as well. It doesn't help that the show was played more than Foster's because I know Foster's got a hefty chunk of a schedule as well, but there's still variety on the schedule during this time. But not in the afternoons where this show played, along with the other show I'm going to talk about and another show. Also, Squirrel Boy was kind of overplayed as well. I'm not going to talk about that cartoon because I don't remember much about Squirrel Boy, but I just remember that it was overplayed. Yeah. And this video is not so much going to talk about the cartoons themselves. So this is my personal opinion on all these cartoons, the overplayed ones, because I kind of don't remember all of them. I don't remember, for example, I don't remember the names of the characters from Wild Boy. I just remember the show was kind of played a lot on the schedule during back then. That's pretty much it. I do remember Jim My Jim Part as a Monkey, because believe it or not, this show is actually more overplayed than Wild Boy was. Especially since out of all the cartoons I'm gonna talk about in this video, it's probably my least favorite, just because the characters themselves were so annoying, especially Jake. Jake showing his butt off to everyone. This is nasty. Not even monkeys in real life should do that. Not even baboons with their blue butts probably don't show off their butts as much as Jake does. And Jake is not even a baboon. He's just a normal monkey. Especially with the awful friendship between Adam and Jake themselves, because they kind of hate each other. They're trying to copy that aspect of Mac and Blue from Foster's, but even that hasn't aged well. The Mac and Blue relationship didn't age well as either. But they try to copy that aspect of Foster's and he failed as well. Because Foster's was the big hit during the Carson Network CD. Yeah, they're trying to copy that, but with different characters. This probably characters are probably even more hateable than Blue or Mac was. At least Mac was a likable character, and Blue was kind of funny, but these characters aren't, so they're pretty generic as well. Johnny Test. Yeah, this was another overplayed cartoon as well, especially during the Check It era, the Cartoon Network Renaissance era, especially back in like 2011, 2010 ish. This cartoon was kind of overplayed a lot during those times, especially during the. It's kind of like similar to Robot Boy that was kind of overplayed during the afternoons. I don't know why they choose afternoons to overplay their cartoons, but in the afternoons before programming blocks, we usually re-air the same cartoons all over again. And the problem with Johnny Test particularly is the animation, because the animation got progressively worse with every passing year, especially with the Flash as their style. Because when the cartoon first started off, the first season, it was kind of like decently drawn and animated as well in the first season. But as the series went on, it got progressively worse and worse, especially in the animation, which kind of looks ugly sometimes. I know the show got has a reboot, but I haven't seen the reboot yet, so it probably is good. I'm not sure compared to. I'm not sure. I know. I haven't seen the reboot. I think the reboot's on Netflix, I believe, because that's where most like adaptations go to, especially the live action ones. All of them are on Netflix and stuff. It's kind of weird that Netflix is taking more stress than Cartoon Network nowadays. At least with animation. Teen Titans Go. Now, this cartoon has to be the most overplayed cartoon in ever. At least compared to SpongeBob. Well, SpongeBob kind of beat it in terms of how it airs on Nicktoons Network nowadays, because the Nicktoons Network is pretty much the SpongeBob channel at this point. Well, when Teen Titans Go was at its peak, it was really overplayed, airing for entire weekends, entire weeks. It was insane. I mean, I might get flack for this, but I don't believe Teen Titans Go is the most worst cartoon ever. I mean, compared to My Gym Part, it's definitely better than My Gym Part's a Monkey, that's for sure. Because Teen Titans Go at least has good episodes that I remember, the people remember. And I guarantee you this, and I might get flack for this as well, this opinion as well. I guarantee you, if Teen Titans Go wasn't as shoved down your throat as what SpongeBob was, people will probably eventually turn around to it, just like they do with Rise of the TMNT. Especially since, yeah, Teen Titans Go actually has a good episodes and a good movie as well, where they actually brought back Slade after pretty much trolling the audience early on. They pretty much brought back Slade anyway, and he makes fun of them throughout the entire movie. It's pretty funny. And the Night Begins to Shine episodes are also very amazing, just for the visuals alone. Because I randomly turned into Cartoon Network, and those Teen Titans Go on, and they were playing the Night Begins to Shine episodes, and I was just like stunned by the visuals alone. That's a good episode. And they were planning on spinning off Teen Titans Go into the Night Begins to Shine, which I actually prefer over normal Teen Titans Go. I think they also turned down the Trolls humor as well in the later seasons of Teen Titans Go as well. You don't see them getting many flack these days. Because if they did, they probably would have gotten still hated anyway. And the thing, the other thing, it's not so much the show itself, but Teen Titans Go has been unfortunately been used as a means to show off that trollish humor and hated cartoons can be successful, which is not true. Successful cartoons, you can't be a bad cartoon that's hated and be successful at the same time. Because I know people in real life that actually like Teen Titans Go. Just like my sister. My sister loves the show. My older sister, no, my older, my younger sister, who's an adult, loves the show. Because I actually know people in real life that actually love Teen Titans Go. Yeah, it's not hated by everyone. It's not as hated as people make it out to be on here on YouTube. And go on to the next show. The Amazing World of Gumball. And this is out of all the overplayed show, I think this is the best in terms of quality. And it's kind of overplayed to this day. Like, 2 hours of Gumball every day is just too much. I mean, it is a good show. It's one of the Cartoon Network's best shows, along with I think this was part of the big three of the Cartoon Network Check-It era. And it's been going on strong for these past couple of years, even though it's not airing new episodes. But reruns still get popularity on Cartoon Network, which I guess is the reason why they overplayed it as much. I mean, they could play more different cartoons, like cartoons that are old but not old enough to be on Checkered Past, such as Chowder, Flapjack, Ben 10, and Foster's. They even air these cartoons during the poppers but not on the schedule, which doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I never got that. They air cartoons on the bumpers but don't air them on the schedule? That's just weird. Yeah, there's still a problem with the schedule and stuff. And Gumball is kind of competing with Teen Titans Go in terms of ratings. It's now played more in Teen Titans Go now. Since Teen Titans Go now only plays for 1 hour, while Gumball plays for 2 hours. Just 2 hours of straight Gumball every day during the weekdays. They need to have more variety during the weekdays, because I guess most of Most of Variety usually airs on the weekends, like especially on Saturday mornings. I know I'm dozing off into a Cartoon Network rant right now, but yeah, in terms of the show, the parodies, the wacky humor, the weird characters, yeah. Especially my favorite character has to be Alan the Balloon because how happy he is all the time, and the weird jokes they tell with him. Especially with that that cactus girl. He pretty much dies every time he tries to kiss her. He comes back to life every time, which is pretty funny. My favorite episode of Gumball probably has to be that Final Fantasy parody video. They were parodying RPGs and stuff. That was pretty funny. I think that's my favorite episode compared to the other episode, the Forbidden episode. You know, the Forbidden episode where Richard gets a job, and the whole dimension, the whole universe has to collapse under it. It's kind of forbidden, like D's hat and Mandy smiling. It's kind of like that, forbidden. I love episodes like that. I think I will make a video on that on forbidden episodes and concepts and cartoons next. And yeah, that's been my video on overplayed cartoons. Not every cartoon I mentioned here is a bad cartoon, but I just made this. This is mostly about overplayed cartoons, not bad cartoons. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it.